Okay, my friends, let's talk about something else. And now I'm going to show you that inside this region we have something called MoText. All right, and that MoText is a text that we can use for motion graphics, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to take that, and it's going to appear right here at the center. You can see that there's something here. I need to get away from my camera so that you can see better. And now the orientation is set to X. That's why we get this effect pointing in that direction. But I can go and manipulate everything inside my object. Now in this case I could just take that and select my rotation tool, and I could just press shift and move minus 90 degrees, and I will get that. Then I can just move it a little bit away, and I can put the text in here, and now I'll make sure that I am in the right position and try to place it in a way that I know is going to work. Now I'm going to double click on my MoText, and I'm going to leave it with that name. And now underneath here there is a text section in the object section, and let's say we're going to give it a name. Change that to beach, and I'm going to create two different ones. So I'm going to copy this text, all right, and I'm going to paste that into here so that we have this name. And then I can control drag, and I can create a copy of this, or I could go again to my menu here and I could bring another one, but it's easier to do that. And then in here I'm just going to give it a name here. Let's call this vacation, and then I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to paste that in here. Now you're going to see that right away we have the same object on the two different objects in the same position. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it in here, and that's things that you can do in here with this option. So I can put that underneath these palm trees, and maybe there it's going to be like that. And another thing that I can do with this is I can change, for example, the depth of this. I can make it look more 3D if I want to, just like probably right there, 100. Let's try that one. Oops, that's too much. I said just 100. All right, and that's what we get. Now the other one is set to 20, so we will go and change these values by 100. Now because I want to work with the two objects at the same time, I'm going to select them both. In this case, control click, and you can see that both of them are selected. And I'm going to go to font, and I'm going to change the font, but I'm going to change the font for the two of them at the same time. So you can see that I can go to this, and now I get that feedback right away for both of my objects. Now I'm going to go to caps, and inside caps I can go and say, you know what, I want to use a bevel, and I can increase this value, and you can see that I am getting a nice bevel in there. All right, really nice. I really love this this tool inside Cinema. I can increase the divisions and the depth of that, the segments that are creating this kind of effect. And basically that's kind of one of the things that we can do in here. Now there's a lot of different things, like you can see that we have selections for edge selections, and we have this end cap and these codes that we can see here, S, C1, C2. And these ones allow us to, let's say that we want to add some colors to that. So I can bring this red, for example, I can place it on this vacation, and now in here you can see the selection. Now if I take a look in here, I have this option in here that you can see that I can activate or deactivate, and I can add R2. I'm going to take this white color as well, I'm going to put it on this, and now you can see that I have the same kind of thing here, and nothing is showing up at this moment, right? It looks like we are just creating some selections in here automatically. But if I take that, for example, and I take the R2 and I put it in here, there is I think it's going all the way to the back. So you're just going to change that manually here to R1, and I'm going to move this guy to this section, and now you can see that I am using the rim of the actual letters with this red selection. So that's why we have this R1. Now you could just take a look in here and check the different type of colors that you have. For example, you can remove that And if I remove this, now there's no point here. I don't have the selection here, but because I did it manually, so I can have it right in here. So I could do the same thing. I could add this control copy, or I could, I could just bring the actual two objects in here, put them in this, bring the red and put it in here. And now the same thing could be done with this. So I can go and say R1, and now I get the same effect. If you change this, for example, let's put the white in here, now you can see that this is gone. And if I try to do again this R1, you can see that I am not getting the same effect because we already have that selected in here. So I will have to remove that, and now this is going to make it go all the way around. So just like I said, there's a lot of information about these guys, and right now we are using this R1, but you could use R2, which is the other side. You could see the start cap and the end cap, and we have edge selections where we can start with this, and a lot of different cool effects that we can create in here. And there's plenty of information about these guys, and a lot of different things that we can do. But for now, you have the idea of working with this object. I'm just going to try to go back to this. I think I like that color. And maybe now what we can do is play with the height. I can make it, smaller. I can make it bigger if I want to. I can send them to the back, and that's just by using the position. All right, we can put them in here. We can make them go into the actual sand in here. We can make them go like that, and you can see that they look pretty cool in 3D. So actually pretty cool kind of text that we can use and make our illustrations look a lot better. So for now, I think that will be it. Let's create a render and see how that looks. And you can see that we have something that looks kind of nice. Maybe I should bring the text a little bit more kind of in front of here and make it get closer like that. Not that much, but I want it in front of the board, but I don't want it to get inside there. So I will have to actually take my objects and go to the depth, just reduce this amount, maybe like that. Let's see how that looks. Probably I will keep it that way. All right, so for now that's it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in our next class. Bye bye for now.